What's up everyone, Justin here today for another video, and today I'm going to be doing a walk around of this thing, my Nissan 300ZX, wherever I'm from. I hope it's not too windy. I'm trying to speak up because I know it's kind of windy out here, but in today's video I'm just going to be doing a walk around of the car, just showing off what it needs and what I kind of plan on doing to it. So with that being said, yeah. So it's a 1990 naturally aspirated Nissan 300ZX. Back in 1990, these were pushing brand new 222 horsepower and 198 pounds of torque out of a 3-liter V6 engine, which is a pain in the ass to work on. The things that's been done to it already, is mainly stock motor. Matter of fact, I'm gonna open it. It's mostly stock. Sorry for the dirtiness. Yeah, motor all stock. No intake, no, nothing aftermarket in it. Yeah, so the motor is really stock. I mean, it runs pretty strong for it to be 26 years old. It runs really strong. But the things that's been done to it before I got it, the wheels, they're made by this company called Elbrius, if I'm pronouncing it right. I tried to look them up. I really don't know what they're called because I can't find them anywhere. They're not a really popular wheel. So it has wheels, new tires. They're Continental Extreme Contacts. They're 225 50s. Yeah, 225 50 16s all the way around. It has drilled and slotted rear brake rotors, if you can see that. What else does it already have done to it? It has 2 subwoofers. It's really cold out here, really windy. 2 subs, so they sound pretty decent. Has an aftermarket stereo, if you can see that all the way up there. Amp is the guy who mounted it, or whoever did it, didn't really do a good job putting it in, installing it. Yeah, aftermarket radio. So that's a bonus. I didn't really have to spend any extra money on that. Like I said, I just got the car last week. I got the car last Thursday. I paid $2,000 for it. So yeah, I paid $2,000 for it, which some people can say I overpaid for it considering the fact it needs a lot of body work, but it's whatever. Speaking of which, body work, it needs body work really bad. Okay, so the car has rust, and most older Nissans do have rust. Most older any car is gonna have rust, depending on where it's been at and stuff. So it has rust. I don't know how well this comes out on the GoPro because I don't have the little back piece on it, but it's a dent right here You know, this little scar right there. This is really nothing because it's just missing the screw. It has this chip right here, which all of this right here. It's just the thing about this car, has a lot of nicks and stuff. This gonna be really hard. The worst part of this body are like the rocker panels, or side skirts, whatever you want to call them. This is on the door. All of this crackage is on the door. But if you go down a step lower, you can see all of that rust and whatnot right there. All of that. So I've got to get that taken care of ASAP. And considering the fact that I live in Virginia, the weather is really flip-flop. You know, it could snow on me right now as I'm filming this video. So I got to get that fixed ASAP. If you move on the passenger side, it has a scar, you know, a bunch of scratches and scars and stuff. It has a lot of scratches on this side and the other side that don't really show up on the GoPro, but there's a lot of nicks and there's rust on this part of the rocker panels or whatever. But I actually looked up the VIN number to this car. The car was in Philadelphia. It started in Philadelphia and it came to Virginia, and it was in Maryland, and it was in Virginia, then it went back to Maryland, and now it's back in Virginia with me. So I'm assuming, what I'm assuming is it was in Philadelphia, and you know, it snows quite a lot compared to down here in Virginia. You know, it snows a little bit more up there than it does down here. So what I was assuming is maybe the owner lived like on the you know, like on like downtown or something, somewhere where they have to park on the street, and the car just got piled up with just a bunch of salt and snow, and it's just sat there and built up because you really can't drive it in the snow. So that's what I'm assuming is what's wrong with it. Well, why it has so much rust. I mean, other bodywork, it needs the bumper is cracked, but I plan on doing the twin turbo bumper, like front fascia swap, so I'm really not too worried about that. I'm gonna get another bumper, new fenders, and whole new front end basically, because the only good part of this front end probably is the hood. The hood is literally probably the only good part of this. But the wheels, like I said, I can't really find the brand, but these wheels do look really nice on the car, if I do say so myself. They need to be clean. They look very clean, but then when you wipe them off, you see how dirty how dirty it is. Excuse me for my runny nose, but you see how dirty it is. Moving to the engine, it does need to be cleaned, because that and that is just, you know, unacceptable. This piece is broken. I need to get this piece replaced ASAP, because as you can see, the battery is right there, and I don't want any water or anything getting in there. The radiator, that needs a hose right here, because anytime the car is on, you know, and the coolant is getting warmed up or whatever, it'll just bubble out of there and it'll just drip down there. So I need to change that. It needs a coolant flush ASAP. Like I'm so ashamed to show this coolant right now, but it needs a coolant flush ASAP. And I knew that going into this, but I'll probably do that. I'm gonna do that next week when I get paid. But just looking here, okay, the reason I'm assuming the coolant is this color is because it doesn't have heat. The heater core is bypassed, which I'll show you that in a few. So I'm assuming it's just like rust, but that wouldn't make sense if it's bypassed. So I don't know, but look at the color. Hopefully you guys can see that. The color, matter of fact, I'll turn my flashlight on. It's brown. Hope you guys can see that. Oh, you probably see it without the light. So with that being said, it needs to be changed ASAP. Moving along to the inside really isn't that bad, though it does need seats. As you can see, the seats are ripped, which the Z's are known, or any old car with 26-year-old leather seats is going to be, you know, known to rip and tear or whatever, but these seats are just horrible. Like, foam usually is all down here. I vacuumed it out the other day, but because of where I park at, I got all these fucking leaves in here and shit. So yeah, that seat is torn too. That's why these hideous seat covers are on here. But let me see this out. Inside interior, it doesn't really need much. Like I said, the heat doesn't work. I gotta figure out why the horn doesn't work. The horn doesn't work, but that shouldn't really be a big issue. It needs a little new center bezel piece, but that's not really important. Climate control, but it doesn't really need anything interior wise. You know, I have the T-top covers, I have the bags for it. You know, it doesn't really need anything, but it does need some shifter bushings, because this is just, I hate a sloppy shifter, and it's just really, you know, it just needs some bushings or something. Nothing too big. Got a little visitor with us while I'm filming, but it runs great for the most part. Nothing really wrong with it. It has I just hit 151,000 miles on it. My little trip odometer thingy counter is messed up. I've driven it 341 miles so far, and I haven't had a single problem with it as of yet. But it doesn't, you know, it doesn't really need anything interior wise, so that's a bonus. I'm gonna step back out. Shit. What else? I mean, I think that's pretty much it. It has tint, but as you can see, this little spot right here, you can see right in, look, dark, not dark. So tint definitely needs to be redone. The tint, I don't know how, if it's just peeling because it's old, or it's just peeling because they did a bad job, but I'm gonna get that retinted soon. Oh, the tail lights. Now I'm at the rear end. Needs new tail lights, because as you can see, these ones are cracked up on every single piece. So yeah, they're all cracked up. So gotta get that replaced ASAP. And the tint on this side really isn't that bad. What's he doing? What are you doing? But the tint on this side really isn't that bad. It's mainly just the other side, but I'm gonna get them all retinted, because it's not gonna be that expensive to get it retinted anyways. So I'm gonna get them retinted. And for those people who are wondering if I got it from a dealer, no, I did not. I just got custom plates, so they gave me the temporary plates to have until my custom plates come in the mail, which should be coming in next week, I think. So yeah, but I do have big plans for this car. Like I said in the last video I put up, not many YouTubers have this car, but like I said, I do have plans for this car. I want to just make it into a nice, clean, simple street car. I want 400 wheel horsepower out of the I wanted to do a 2J swap, but you can barely, if you take your hand and try to stick it in any part, any little open space on the Z, your hand can barely fit anywhere. Even when I had my TL, which had a V6, a 3.2 liter V6, I still had a decent amount of room, you know, to work with engine wise in the engine bay. So yeah, I'll probably just put another VG30 in it, a VG30 DETT. That's what I want to put in it. I would like to have a 2J or LS swap or something, 300, but that's gonna cost a lot of money, which I don't really have. So when I get it like that, then maybe I'll do it. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up this video. Just a little short walk around video of 300 and just going over what it needs. But I definitely need to get that rust fixed ASAP. And after I get the rust fixed, it'll probably be a little minute, and I'll get it painted. I don't know what color I want to get it painted yet. I want to do black because these look so nice in black. But hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Just me going over what this car needs and kind of what I plan on doing to it. I'll probably be doing a top 5 or 10 things that I hate about this car, and then I'll do like a top 5 things I like about this car later on down the line. But with that being said, I'm going to end this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Me doing a walk around of this hunk of junk over here. And if you guys enjoyed it, drop a like down below and click subscribe to see what I end up doing with this car. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. Didn't even get to cross. you know what? Since I'm in the middle of nowhere, I'll do a couple quick revs.